You slept 8 hours, solid 8 hours in bed, no phone distractions, decent mattress. But you woke up feeling exactly like you did yesterday, like a zombie dragging through the day. And here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't that you didn't sleep enough. The problem is that you're not sleeping deep enough. Even while your eyes are closed and your body is technically resting, 6 hidden sleep killers are actively destroying your N3 deep sleep, the only sleep stage that actually makes you feel restored. We're talking about culprits that suppress the exact brainwaves your body desperately needs. Some you can control, some are inevitable with aging. But understanding them, that changes everything. Let's expose them. Culprit number 1, alcohol. The irony is brutal. Alcohol makes you fall asleep faster. It feels like it's helping. Your first few hours of sleep actually become deeper. Your body gets more slow-wave sleep than normal. You feel like you're sleeping well. But behind the scenes, something sinister is happening. When your liver metabolizes alcohol, it creates byproducts called aldehydes and ketones. Those aldehydes are one of the most powerful REM sleep suppressors science has ever identified. It's like the cerebral version of cardiac arrest. Your brain literally cannot generate REM sleep while those molecules are active. REM sleep is where your brain processes emotions, consolidates memories, and dreams. You need it. But alcohol blocks it. The research is stark. REM sleep onset is delayed by 18 minutes. REM sleep duration is cut by 11.3 minutes every single night you drink. Your REM sleep proportion drops by 2.8% overall. These effects start at around 2 standard drinks. Even moderate evening alcohol destroys your dream sleep. By 3 a.m., when the alcohol metabolizes, your brain rebounds, flooding in extra REM that leads to vivid nightmares, restlessness, and that jarring 3 a.m. jolt awake. You technically slept 8 hours, but you feel wrecked because a critical sleep stage was sabotaged all night. The message is clear. Alcohol is not a sleep aid. It's a sleep quality assassin. Culprit number 2, aging. This one's inevitable, but understanding it reframes everything. A 25-year-old sleeping 8 hours gets roughly 20% of that as deep, restorative N3 sleep. That's about 90 to 120 minutes per night of true recovery. A 45-year-old sleeping the exact same 8 hours gets less than 5% deep sleep. That's a 75% collapse in the single most restorative sleep stage. By age 45, most adults have almost entirely lost the ability to generate significant deep sleep. This isn't laziness. This isn't poor sleep hygiene. This is biology changing. And it gets worse. Growth hormone, the hormone responsible for muscle repair, bone density, and metabolism, is secreted almost entirely during deep sleep. 75 to 80% of your growth hormone production happens in those N3 stages. As deep sleep collapses with age, growth hormone production collapses in parallel. From age 20 to 60, growth hormone secretion drops 75 to 80%. That's why middle-aged and older adults experience muscle loss, slower wound healing, weaker bones, and metabolic dysfunction. Not because they stopped trying, but because the hormonal driver of recovery vanished. To make it worse, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises with age. In young people, cortisol is low at night and high in the morning. In older adults, nighttime cortisol stays elevated, further fragmenting sleep and suppressing REM sleep. For women, estrogen decline at menopause amplifies sleep disruption. For men, testosterone decline increases sleep fragmentation. The system is stacked against you as you age. But here's what matters. Understanding this changes your expectations and your interventions. Culprit number 3, certain medications. These are often prescribed to help you sleep or to treat anxiety or mood, and they can absolutely make it easier to fall asleep or stay asleep. You might fall asleep faster, wake up less often, and feel like your sleep has improved. But under the surface, some of these medicines change your sleep architecture in a way that reduces deep, restorative sleep. Many common sedating medications tend to increase lighter stages of sleep while suppressing the deepest, slow-wave stages. The brain waves that define deep sleep become smaller, and the patterns that support memory consolidation and physical recovery are reduced. You may get more total hours in bed, yet less true restoration. Something similar can happen with some antidepressant medications. More sedation, but a shift away from the normal balance of deep sleep and dream sleep. This is not a reason to panic, and it's definitely not a reason to stop anything on your own. These medicines can be life-saving and essential for mental health. The key is understanding that they can sometimes trade sleep depth for sleep duration. That's why one of the most important steps is to talk with your prescribing clinician if you suspect your sleep feels long but not restorative. Together, you can review whether your medication, the dose, or the timing might be affecting your sleep and whether any safe adjustments or non-drug strategies could support better quality rest without ever changing treatment on your own. Culprit number 4. Sleep deprivation and the broken recovery myth. Here's what happens in most modern lives. Monday through Friday, you sleep 5, maybe 6 hours. Work demands, family responsibilities, screen time. Whatever the reason, you're chronically sleep deprived. Your body accumulates sleep debt. But here's the insidious part. The stress from that deprivation elevates hormones like CRH and cortisol. These stress hormones actively suppress REM sleep. So you're not just missing sleep, you're physiologically blocked from getting quality sleep even when you try. Then comes Saturday. You sleep in 9-10 hours. Your body rebounds with extra deep sleep. This is real. One night of recovery, sleep will absolutely increase slow-wave sleep, but that rebound only lasts one night. One night, not the whole weekend. By Sunday, the pattern reverts. The stress hormones, though lower, are still elevated. Your REM sleep doesn't fully recover unless you've been deprived for more than 12 continuous hours. A weekend doesn't cut it. Monday morning arrives and you're still exhausted because you've never actually paid back your sleep debt. You're in a chronic deficit cycle. The research shows this clearly. Short-term rebound helps acutely, but chronic, fragmented sleep deprivation followed by partial recovery creates a perpetual state of exhaustion. You cannot outrun Monday morning with a Saturday sleep-in. Culprit number 5. Lifestyle and environmental sabotage. This includes several factors you can actually control. Excessive daytime napping sounds restorative, but it's a trap. A long afternoon nap dissipates your sleep pressure, the biological drive to sleep at night. You nap because you're tired from poor nighttime sleep, which makes you nap more, which worsens nighttime sleep. It's a downward spiral. Environmental factors are huge. Noise pollution from traffic or neighbors' fragments sleep continuously, triggering microarousals. Light pollution, whether from streetlights, neighbors' outdoor lighting, or your own bedroom light sources, suppresses melatonin. Your brain stays in a state of partial wakefulness. Temperature extremes prevent the core body temperature drop needed to trigger deep sleep. Living in a crowded, uncomfortable space keeps your nervous system in low-grade fight-or-flight mode. Chronic pain, whether from injury, arthritis, or illness, creates persistent sleep fragmentation. Your brain never settles into deep sleep because pain signals keep interrupting. Chronic stress and anxiety trigger hypervigilance, a state where your nervous system stays half alert even when you're lying down. Your amygdala is scanning for threats. Your prefrontal cortex can't quiet down. You're technically asleep, but not truly resting. The good news, many of these are controllable. Eliminate daytime naps. Manage your sleep environment. Address pain through proper treatment. Practice stress reduction techniques. But most people never address these, then wonder why they're exhausted. Your bedroom should be a deep sleep sanctuary, but most are silent battlegrounds. Streetlights leaking through thin curtains suppress melatonin by 50%. Traffic hum or neighbor noise triggers 20 micro-awakenings per night. Each one resets your sleep cycle. Thermostat at 72 degrees blocks the 3-degree body temperature drop needed for N3 sleep. Phone charging 3 feet from your head emits EMF pulses that disrupt brainwave transitions. Mattress sagging for 5 years eliminates pressure point relief during muscle repair. Air stale from closed windows builds CO2 that fragments breathing patterns. These aren't dramatic problems. They're invisible thieves. Blackout curtains, white noise, 65 degrees, quality mattress, open window. 5 controllable factors, minimum $50 total investment, maximum deep sleep return. Your bedroom isn't neutral. It's actively shaping your recovery or destroying it. So here's the action step. Some of these killers are inevitable. Aging, genetics, certain medications for real conditions. Those require acceptance and adaptation. But others are absolutely within your control. Eliminate or severely limit alcohol, especially evening consumption. Optimize your sleep environment. Complete darkness, cool temperature, white noise if needed. Build daytime activity and daylight exposure to increase sleep pressure. Address chronic pain through proper medical treatment. Manage stress and anxiety. Stop excessive daytime napping. These aren't complicated. They're just commonly ignored. The next video in this series goes deeper. Specific protocols to restore deep sleep even as you age, even with some of these barriers present. We're talking about how to rebuild your N3 slow-wave sleep architecture, how to optimize growth hormone secretion, and how to break the chronic exhaustion cycle. But first, understanding these 6 sleep killers changes your perspective. You're not weak, you're not lazy, you're battling biology and environment. Which killer is your biggest challenge? Alcohol, aging, medications, sleep deprivation cycles, environmental stress, or systemic barriers? Drop a comment and let's talk about your specific situation. See you in the next one.